Hey, what's up guys? I think it's week 42 of the DVD Fiends, and I've chosen to do a movie that I've always liked and I just haven't seen it in a long time. I've been watching it since I was 13 and I hadn't seen it in probably 5 years. 4 years. So I decided to pop it in and I was like, wow, it was so much better than I remembered. And I always liked it. And I was like, that was even better. It is the 1976 David Cronenberg's Rabid. I have 2 editions. It's the new Concord that I used to watch all the time. I think it's long in a print. Just watch that. And this is the new released edition, the newer edition that I had just watched. I never had watched this edition before, but I always had it because I like the movie. This one you can watch it in French or English. I believe this picture quality is better. I don't remember how the old one looks, to be honest, and it's way better than the VHS I used to have. But anyways, Rabid is basically, you know how they used to classify David Cronenberg's movies as psychological thrillers with spurts of violence in there? This one's semi like that, but this one's more of a city in panic movie, a contagion movie, a zombie movie, if you will, maybe. Rabid, since it's basically people with rabies. But the film starts off with a motorcycle accident. Marilyn Chambers, I think she was Playmate of the Year. She's hot. You get to see her in her... I know a lot of people care about this, but you can see her boobs, which is, you know, it's a plus. But anyways, she gets in a motorcycle accident. Her and her boyfriend. Her boyfriend gets slightly injured. She ends up having to get taken to the closest hospital nearby, which is a plastic surgery place. They do a new experiment on her to try to help her, and it ends up a skin graft that's very strange, and she ends up being in a coma for a while. But when she awakens, she realizes that she basically has a little mouth under her armpit, and it craves blood. She almost unknowingly kind of does it, and just craves it. You know, she instinctually kind of does it, and she ends up getting people and grabbing them and sucking their blood. But the people seem to wake up confused, not knowing what happened, and later they become rabid, and they go nuts, and they attempt to attack people and bite them, passing on the rabies disease that they had from that, and they die shortly after. So it's pretty terrible, and it spreads and spreads. There's a real cool scene where spoiler, the doctor gets bit and he goes nuts during an operation, which is awesome. But later,
do you want me to complete the stitching, Dr. Calloyd?
I need something to cut with, Dr. Rushton.
What, the scissors now, Doctor?
Yes, scissors. Now.
Scissors. Damn!
Are you crazy or something?
as the film progresses later on, you get to see it actually around the city, which is awesome because you don't get to see that many movies like that. The young lead in it, the male, her boyfriend, kind of looks like Christopher Walken to me, and it's got Joe Silver in it, who's awesome. I mean, Joe Silver has a very unique voice, very unique look. It's very distinct. He's also in They Come From Within, aka Shivers, which is one of Cronenberg's best. Rabid is completely underrated. No one ever talks about Rabid. You only hear Shivers, The Brood, The Fly, Dead Ringers, Naked Lunch, but Rabid and Shivers are amazing. Anyways, as the film progresses, you get to see the whole city in panic. As she spreads it to quite a bit of people. They show it. She starts to get sick pleasure out of it. It's basically like her nourishment, her food. She starts going against people, doing it to people she normally wouldn't have done. The whole city's in panic. People are inside. They're showing things that are happening outside the city were just insane things, like people getting rabid and attacking other people. There's one of my favorite scenes of all time, which I don't know if it's supposed to be dark comedy. It just makes me laugh because I'm very sick. There's a scene in the mall where one guy gets rabid and he goes nuts and he attacks somebody and he starts running and he runs towards a Santa Claus display, and Santa has all these kids on his lap, and the guy, because security guards are pointed everywhere now, military, this military guy opens fire to stop the rabid guy from getting to the kids. He opens fire. He hits the rabid person, but he also hits Santa Claus and shoots Santa Claus, and Santa Claus dies in front of all these little kids in the mall. I'll show that scene. It's just sickly funny, but it's very kind of depressing in a way.
You got a light, buddy?
Stop or I'll shoot!
score in the film is very well made. It's kind of taunt, you know, emotional. I really love the movie. The acting's it's really good. Marilyn Chambers isn't the best actress, but she's all right for what she's a playmate. She does well. I mean, and all the other actors in the movie do a very good job. I'm surprised this movie isn't talked about as much. The ending is very downer, but I mean, what do you expect in a Cronenberg movie, really? Downer or weird, you know, you never know. But it's a real downer ending. I love the movie. It's a great movie. It has a really good, nice 70s feel that kind of looks similar to Dawn of the Dead. It is a great 70s movie with not many people talk about, with the paranoia that I love in horror films. And I would highly recommend it. It's got, if you got all you gore fans out there, it's got its share of action, it's got its share of gore. Not too gory, but you know, it's just violent. It's very violent, let's put it that way. It's more violent than gory, but it's satisfying pretty much anyone in their violence department. The acting's good, like I said, the score is good. Everything is pretty good about this movie. I have no complaints. The ending's awesome. And Rabid, check it out. Highly recommended David Cronenberg film. Thank you for watching. Bye.
For God's sakes, can't you understand what I'm saying? Stand back. Sit on the floor and put your hands on your head. Get in the cell. Do what I tell you. Give me room. I'm coming in quick.
They gave him rabies shots.